Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and yeah, 65-49 right now, with about 3 minutes to go in the game. I can safely assure and tell y'all that UConn, the Huskies, are going to be this year's national champions. But if you watch any basketball before this, you knew this was going to happen today. Well, you knew it was going to happen. You just knew. Because UConn, for context, is the best second half team in the history of college basketball. You do not score on UConn in the second half like you did in the first half. And they will score more on you in the second half than they did in the first half. Do that every single time, you win a lot of games. Let's kind of go over this game so far. Zach Edey, first of all, proved a lot of people wrong, including me. The idea of just he's not that talented in the ways. He's a good player. I've always said he's a good player. I just didn't think he was that talented. He had some good moves. The up and under move was very nice. He uses his left hand sometimes. Mostly it's right hand and foul shots. But he had a really good start. Had an iffy middle. Not that good. And now he's at an okay finish. So overall, I guess, solid to good game for his standards, which is 29 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks. Probably an assist of some sort. And decent free throws percent shooting. Like, that's good. That's really good. But they've sucked everywhere else offensively. They look scared to shoot. That's the problem for Purdue. They look very scared to shoot. And it's disgusting what they've had to do with Zach Edey. Because he's tried as hard. He's tried as hard as he can to score. And UConn's guards are so athletic. And their forwards are so quick. That it's a shame that they're trying to put... I mean, everyone on... It seems like everyone on the perimeter defense of Purdue is pretty much just letting their guys go by and not make any switches needed. Just because they think Zach Edey's going to be there. He can't be there all the time, and he's getting tired because of that. UConn, they weren't making their threes much today. They weren't going crazy from three. This guy's getting 3 free throws because Zach Edey fouled him on a 3-point shot. That was a good job. I think it was named Newton or something like that. Great. I mean, UConn has some of the best sets, just play sets, I've ever seen. Dan Hurley's a genius when it comes to coming up plays, I guess. If he's the one who comes up with them, which I would assume, he's phenomenal at them. They just work. And I remember one play, it was in the corner. They do a screen for a guy coming across. Going to the other side of the corner. They double that, and since then, they just slipped in. The screener kind of just slipped in immediately. And he got a wide open dunk. No one does that. No one does that. It's always meant for the guy just to get the ball. No one does anything like that, and it's phenomenal that he done. But, yeah, they're going to win back-to-back national champions. UConn are... Klingon had a bad start. Edey did get both of them big men in foul trouble. But the backup big did pretty good. Johnson, I'm pretty sure is his last name. He did good. For his part, he had 2 dunks, that was pretty important. Yeah, there was Braden Smith missing a free throw. Klingon did some decent stuff offensively overall. He didn't do great, in my opinion. Solid, though. First half, not that good. Defensively, second half was fine. Defensively, first half, not that good defensively. Second half, pretty good defensively. Edey missed a lot of shots, which shows good defense. And then you had... What was I going to say? Then you have him offensively. Klingon did decently good in the first half offensively. Second half, not that good. Granted, he's been on the bench for a lot of it, but yeah. I'm trying to figure out what Purdue's method of this heading to this game was. Because their defense was not bad. It's not great, but they've not shot threes. Like, they've shot maybe like 4 threes today. There goes Zach Edey for 31 points now. Out of 52 for his team. You can't have that and expect to win. You can't have that. 31 points is very good. That could win you a game. 21 other points, though, from your team is absolutely pathetic. And Braden Smith's done pretty good for his He's done okay. Let's just say it. He's done okay. He has like 10, 11 points. 2 bench points? And wait. Okay, these refs are going crazy, I guess. I don't know what's going. Oh, wait. Did Dan Hurley? Wait. Why did Dan Hurley push his own guy? That was okay. That was stupid. Okay, now the dude just blocked him. Now they're back down to Edie. Edie kicks out. Jones tries to make a shot. Jones goes for a layup, and he makes it. Okay. Finally, he scores. First time in like 8 years, he seems like he scored. Purude's game. Again, they did not shoot threes. They've made like 8.5 threes per game. I don't know why they're not shooting. It's not like they haven't had shots. They've had decent looks. I mean, Braden Smith made a tough shot at one point. I don't know why they're not. I mean, UConn, he's had some good looks, of course, because it's UConn. They get any shot they really want because they have phenomenal players and phenomenal play sets. But, like, how does... They're shooting them, why can't you? And it seemed like Purude's every play was just Edie works them. And it's not always like that. I mean, it is a lot of times, but it's not always like that. Sometimes it's Braden Smith going for a shot. Sometimes it's Lawyer going for one. Sometimes it's Jones going for one. Sometimes number 4 getting the block on the other side, which I don't think they've done that the entire second half. They just didn't do what worked in the first half. And Edie was not making his shots, which means you guys have to step up. And it's not like they haven't done that before. Lawyer had 14 points against Tennessee, which is one of the reasons why they won. Edie had a phenomenal game that game, but Lawyer had 14 points. UConn, on the other hand, though, everyone's getting involved. Everyone's doing that. And they're showing us stats from last year compared to this one. Like, from UConn, they're just point game differentials up by 4. 5 more wins. I mean, UConn had a little bit of struggle bus at one point, and that's they finished as a 4 seed. But then they play like a 1 seed, and then they say they're a 1 seed, and they play it like one. So good for them in that cause. But UConn, great play sets, unbelievable in that cause. Very good veteran players, leadership. They were very good in multiple ways of, if we don't have to take the shot, we're not going to do so. And they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds and made a lot of good plays, which I'm very much impressed by their group. Purude's lack of willing to shoot, their reliance on Edie, and UConn's ability to be great in many different departments. Again, play sets, just basketball IQ, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, defensive switches, good bench units, good coaching, all of that. You lead, veteran players lead to you being this good. I don't think I've ever seen a team be this good back-to-back years in my lifetime. I was born in 2007. That was the second year of Florida winning back-to-back. I don't remember ever seeing a team this good. I don't see a team stopping them. Maybe John Calipari can make something happen at Arkansas. I don't know. But I just don't. I don't think I have guys leaving, but people are going to willing to come up here now. People are going to be willing to come up here now. Like, it wasn't like they weren't before, but I'm talking about like, you want to win titles? Here you go. And there goes Edie dunking on Klingon. Kinda. They have number 25 on Purdue. They're only bench points of the day, number 25. He had this really cool putback dunk, probably the highlight of the night. Yeah. Zach Edey, 13 for 23, 33 points, 3 rebounds. 9 rebounds, 2 steals. I feel bad for the guy, kind of. Kind of dogged him a bit. But the rest of his team has 23 points, and they're 9 for 27. Pathetic. They've sucked at offensive rebounding. They've sucked at defensive rebounding, which is the main thing. You can't have that and expect to win. I don't think Edey played a bad game at all. If anything, he played a good one. His team let him down, and UConn capitalized immediately. UConn's the best second half team in the country, and the only real team I thought maybe could have beat UConn throughout their run was, I made my predictions before, which were not good. Let's be honest. Before the tournament, they were not good, but each game progressing up to it, You got to see the matchups. And the only team I really thought you kind of had a chance of losing to was Alabama. Was Alabama. And they didn't. They almost, I mean, for their standards, they almost did. It was a tie game about 7 minutes ago, which is ridiculous for them, but that's just crazy. And Bama tried their best. Offense just kind of got cold at one point, which they have to rely on. I think a team like Kentucky could possibly give a UConn team struggles because how good they are offense. But you have to have a really, really good offensive team to be able to beat them, in my opinion. And a really good big. So it's kind of like, yeah, you kind of have to match what they do all the time. Or you have to have a really good defense that you just didn't know, that no one knew about. I know they lost to Crane at one point, and you have like the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year for your conference. A Ryan guy. Making the Ryans proud on Creighton. That ended up beating UConn. I think the most recent team to beat them. Maybe they could beat them again. I don't know. Brandon Smith missed the layup as Zach Edey made the dunk. I'm kind of just talking through this, but that's kind of my opinion about this game. They're double teaming now, and again, the same guys have been open every single time on the double teams on the far right. It's on the far right side. It's just going to be a tough time for anyone beating UConn, and Purdue should not be ashamed. You had a great year, best player in the country, and you did the mostly pretty much good with him. Congratulations to UConn for winning this year's championship. I don't like it. I don't like back-to-back champions in any sport. I think it's bad for the game. Having back-to-back champions shows a lack of parity in anything. That goes across all sports. But yeah, unless I'm a fan. So yeah. But that's kind of my opinions about everything. Congratulations to the UConn Huskies for winning your back-to-back championship, which I think is the 6th time since 1999 they've won a title. 6-0 in title games. You bet on those. And the betting line was 6.5, which I bet everyone was fine with betting over on that. So, yeah. There goes Zach Edey again. I think up to 37 points now, which is ridiculous. So, yeah. Good job, Huskies. Good job, Boilermakers, just for a year that they've had. But overall, champions get the acknowledgement they should. Good job, UConn. And, yeah. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. And God bless you.